Hello friends and fellow gamers, it's MKxJUMP here, and in today's video we're checking out this week's event for Idle Heroes. We've got Wishing Fountain, Campaign Loot Drop, and Gem Boxes all lining up, but a big question people are asking is what resources do I need to save for next week, which is Chinese New Year. So we're going to take a look at some of the stuff coming up for Chinese New Year as well, so be sure to stay tuned in for that. Anyway guys, let's go check out this week's event. So this is a campaign loot drop event, and of course that means we get a resource every single day. You get 100 of these bamboo liquors for logging in, that's 700 across the week, and you can use these bamboo liquors in a store that we'll take a look at a little later on to cash them in and get some cool rewards. So make sure you're logging in every single day to get 100, and also make sure you're claiming them from the campaign, because you also get these in campaign loot. So log in every 10 hours, make sure you're claiming this. That's the best way to get the resources. So yeah, this is a bamboo liquor. They're giving alcohol to the younger players of this game. Seems sensible. We also get ourselves a Super Wishing Coin, which can be used in the Super Wishing Fountain. It's not really used for events, but it's definitely going to be something that you can use and potentially get some cool rewards. If I go ahead and show you what my Wishing Fountain looks like right now, well, there's enormous in there, but if I refresh it, I might get something good. Okay, a penny. So if I was after penny, I could spin my Super Wishing Fountain round and round and round and try my chances of picking up a penny. Definitely worth it, guys. I like to save them for when something good comes up. On the free-to-play account, I'm looking for Ithaca. On lots of your accounts, you might be looking for things like Rogan, like Horus, Garuda. I don't know, whatever floats your boat as your first E5, or if you've already got a first E5, maybe it's someone like Tix to help clear Aspen Dungeon. So what's in store for us this week? Well, we have 10,000 gems, bamboo liquors, 150 wishing coins, and 10 profit orbs. That's right, guys. That's your usual $100 package that, honestly, if you want to buy it, buy it. It's a lot of money, though, so I don't know if I'd encourage you to. But you do get twice as many gems as normal, and these can be used in the store, which we'll take a look at right now, to get good things, such as a Rudy Scepter. That's nice. Russell's also available. You can get a Morax for 2,700, and for free, that's right, because you can potentially get 2,400 of these things without spending any money, so you should be able to get 2,300 if you're just logging in and being good. You can get yourselves a Horus. This is awesome for early players, people that are still chasing their first E5. Getting a free Horus is neat, because I'm pretty sure now he's got Void Imprints, a Horus can solo Seal Land 20, and that, my friends, is exciting news. So if you can get your hands on a Horus as a first E5, that's pretty darned excellent. The skin here is Dasmogue, ignore it, it's boring. The main good thing I'd encourage you to buy is Profit Orbs and Heroic Summon Scrolls, and that's only if you don't fancy the Horus, and if you're not going to spend money or cash in Universal Crystals to get your hands on Rudy Scepter or Russell. I wouldn't really go for Morax, although a lot of you might think actually you can swap Morax for the new hero next week in the Palace of Eternity, but you already need Eternity Crystals to do that. So if you don't have any Eternity Crystals, then just ignore Morax, forget he's there. But if you do have a stockpile and you're missing the Morax copies for doing some swapsies, then you might actually want to pick up Morax. Other than that, though, this is a pretty standard campaign loot drop. Some of you might be interested in Russell, but he is starting to drop off a little bit. Watch out, Forkis absolutely wrecks him. So be warned, he's not as good as he used to be. He's still great, he can still solo Seal Land, he can still do amazing things. He's just not the golden boy that he used to be, and especially with a light hero coming out next week, I'm pretty sure they're going to steal the limelight from Russell. Rudy Scepter, on the other hand, this is sweet. Fastest artifact in the game, gives you control precision, which means you have a better chance of CCing enemies. I like this. Upgrade it, you can get some control immunity offset, which means you can ignore control immunity. It's just a great artifact. If you haven't got a Splendid one, and you're running someone like a Cruz or a Sherlock for endgame, then absolutely get your hands on a Splendid Rudy Scepter, because that, my friends, is a fabulous artifact. The Wishing Fountain event is very interesting, so if you don't know how this works, you spin round in the wheel. Let me show you how this goes. So if you have 8 of these coins, you can actually spin 10 times. So when it says you need 300 wishing coins to get the top reward, you don't, you need 240, and you just click that spin 8 times button. But anyway, what's the rewards? Well, if you do 50 spins, you get your hands on 2 Profit Orbs and 2 Wishing Coins. If you do 100, you get 2 more Profit Orbs and 2 more Super Wishing Coins. If you do 200, you get your hands on 2 more Profit Orbs and 4 Super Wishing Coins. And the thing that shocks me most, for 300, you're getting 2 Profit Orbs, 5 Glorious Relics, and a Valkyrie. That's crazy. 2 years ago, Valkyrie was the best hero in the game, and now they're just throwing her away in Wishing Fountain events. This is ridiculous. Normally, Wishing Fountain is reserved for terrible heroes, and the fact that one of the best heroes in the game 2 years ago is in the Wishing Fountain just shows how far Valkyrie has fallen over the last 2 years. It shocks me. I think a lot of you can remember back to when Valkyrie was the most dominating and disgusting hero in the game. They had to nerf her at the end of 2018. So I find it crazy that she's in here, but hey, times have changed. I'm old. I gotta get over it. The other thing here is the mysterious chest. For 500 gems, you can get yourself heroic summon scrolls and hero promotion stones. This is pretty standard. Yes, please, I'm buying it. It's great value for heroic summon scrolls. For 1500 gems, you can get yourself 4 profit orbs and 100k monster souls. Again, insane value. Already, you're getting profit orbs on the cheap with the monster souls on top of that. It's great for any early player that's still trying to build their first monster, or other people like me who are still trying to build more monsters because, you know, you can't have too many monsters. Additionally, the 2500 chest is going to get you skin shard packages and 3000 chaos stones. I don't think this is very good. I think it's a little bit expensive. I'm not a big fan of this. Skins, it's random, not a fan. Maybe if you need spare skins and you've got a ton of gems lying around, it could be worth it. But for me, no thanks. I'm good. And if we look at this is an elite hero shard. Could entice you. You could get a Tix, you could get an Ithaquah, but you also could get someone really, really naff, like an Aiden. You don't want that. 35k magic dust is the only reason you should be buying this. If you need magic dust desperately, purchase it. If you don't buy it. Finally, guys, the 8000 chest is giving Flora. Not a very exciting hero, but when you combine it with 30 glorious relics and 30k guild coins, it's difficult to pass up on this. However, don't go instant buying it. I would say wait until the end of this week for when we have spoilers about what Chinese New Year is going to bring and how many gems you need to save for that. I would hate for you guys to spend 8,000 gems and then not have enough gems going into Chinese New Year, because that's going to suck. So guys, get your notepads and paper, get your Excel spreadsheets, work out how many gems you have, how many gems you can get during Chinese New Year, and also whether you're going to spend during Chinese New Year, and use that to work out whether spending 8,000 gems on this event is worth it. At the end of the day, 30 Glorious Relics is half a copy of your first E5 hero if you're chasing your first E5, because heroes typically cost 60 if they're one of your first E5 heroes. Obviously though, Light and Dark heroes are more appealing, and even more so Glorious Boost is here, so you can get some really, really fancy artifacts. I'll talk a little bit about this later on, but the main thing I want to talk about is these 30 relics, because these 30 Glorious Relics, as I said, are half of your first E5 hero. Obviously, spending Glorious Relics on heroes isn't necessarily the best thing. The best thing you can spend your Glorious Relics on is the Glorious Boost, which is here for the next 2 weeks. This is probably one of the best Glorious Boosts we've seen. You've got Magic Stone Sword, which is one of the best artifacts in the Void if paired with a Nosuke. We've got Augustus Magic Ball, which is probably all around the best artifact in the game if upgraded to Splendid. We've got Antler's Cane, which when upgraded lets you deal a ton of damage in PvE. We've got Demon Bell, which can synergize beautifully with multiple copies to fuel energy into your team. And finally, Golden Crown. Golden Crown is probably, in my opinion, the worst artifact here, and yet it's still a great artifact. I have a Splendid Golden Crown myself. Sure, it's not as useful as it used to be, but that's because crazy artifacts like Magic Stone Sword and Augustus Magic Ball do some ridiculous stuff. Antler's Cane is for a ton of damage, and Demon Bell is fueling energy, which is a beautiful synergistic thing. Golden Crown doesn't really offer these cheese tactics, but it's still a great artifact. In fact, I know some people have done really well in Aspen Dungeon with this on Ada. Like, I know I get it right. Punisher of Immortal is probably the best Aspen Dungeon artifact just because you can give it to Tix and absolutely slay Aspen Dungeon. But Golden Crown's okay. Sure, I'm not going to tell you to go and buy Golden Crown. Don't do it. When you've got these available, it's just not worth picking up. In my opinion, if you don't already have a Splendid Augustus Magic Ball, use this event to pick one up. If you do, and you've got an Nosuke and you want to do some Nosuke cheese in the Void, get your hands on some more Magic Stone Swords so you can get a Splendid Magic Stone Sword. If you've already got all those boxes ticked, maybe build a second Augustus Magic Ball. Or maybe just wait and find something else to come up here. Maybe it's going to be a Ruby Scepter in the future, or potentially even Snowheart to do some nasty speed reduction in PvP. Either way, always save your relics for this. Glorious Boost comes once a month for 2 weeks. It's nuts. It's great. It lets you buy artifacts you wouldn't otherwise be able to get unless you spent money. It's fantastic. So always save your relics for this, guys, if you didn't already know that. Now, if you're wondering what I mean when I say splendid artifacts and how to upgrade them, well, that's what the Ormus Workshop does. You can make glittery, radiant, and splendid mysterious artifacts. And you can use any of the artifacts here, and they have special fancy smancy versions. I'm not going to go into detail about these, but just know this is how you do it. Almost Workshop always comes with Glorious Boost, and the two together are fantastic. So if you can, pick up some of these, throw in your crap that you don't need anymore, like this, like just go meh. You get a ton of these crystally things, and these crystally things let you upgrade your artifacts. It's pretty great. You're limited to getting 30,000 of these an event, so if you were even thinking that maybe I don't need to do this now, just picking up some of these because you're limited per event isn't actually going to be a bad thing. So if you've got spare artifacts lying around, just chuck them in, just go whoop. And then, do I need this Azrael? No, not really. And then I press disassemble, and then I get all my stuff. So yeah, guys, that's what I recommend. It's Almost Workshop. It's a load of fun. It's going to be here for 2 weeks. Enjoy it. So finally, as promised, we're going to take a look at some of the stuff coming up for Chinese New Year. First thing you need to know is it is going to be a heroic summon event, and it's bringing the new light hero. She is interesting. She's a light assassin, and I reckon she's going to be a game changer for the future. Obviously, we'll take a look at her next week and her stats and stuff and try her out, and I'm going to build one, so look forward to that. If you want to catch the stream on twitch.tv/MKxJUMP, that's where I'll be doing that, and obviously, it'll get put on YouTube a little later. But either way, we're going to be building one, trying it out, having a lot of fun, and I think this hero is going to be the next big thing. As well, you can buy some value packages, but that's the same with every event. Altar Exchange. Like Christmas, it gave all darks for a new dark hero. This time we're getting light heroes and a new light hero. So Russell, Tara, Ada, and Belrain are all available from the altar store. If you need any of these, make sure you're saving your altar stones and cashing them in the next week, which is when you'll have this to enjoy. As well, Almost Workshop and Glorious Boost are carrying on over, and Palace of Eternity, as I already said, is going to show up, so if you guys have some Eternity Crystals and you want to swap them for the new light hero, you can do it here. And finally, the Spring Festival. This is going to be huge. Basically, there's going to be a ton of ways of getting rewards. One of them is going to last 30 days. It's going to be fantastic. There's going to be gift boxes that you have to buy with gems, so make sure you've got gems lying around. That's going to be a little bit similar to Christmas. Also, there's going to be Lion Dance, which is going to give propitious coins. I think that's how you say that word. And they're going to be used to buy some really cool rewards. Now, you can get these from spending. You can get these from doing heroic summons. You can get these from just doing the festival stuff. It's going to be great. There's going to be a ton of ways of getting this. Some free to play, some not. And a lot of players are going to get a ton of reward from this. This is going to be a bigger event than Christmas. I promise you. It's nuts. We've all been hyping this. I've been so excited for it. And guys, I hope you have a ton of heroic scrolls saved up, because the new hero is going to be nuts. The rewards are going to be nuts. And there's a lot to look forward to. In addition, guys, there's going to be a hero matching event. Cool, it's probably going to be quite whaley. Last time we've had similar stuff to that. It's going to be pretty heavy spendy, but there's always going to be something in the game that's going to cost a lot of money, because DH games have to make money somehow. And finally, there's going to be a Spring Festival package, which is going to give us basically stuff for great value. So if you've got some money saved up, maybe you want to spend it on this game. I'm not telling you to spend, by the way. Obviously, we'll take a look at it next week, and maybe I'll tell you if it's good value or if it's not. But just bear in mind, that's some stuff to look forward to in the future. So there you go. That's this week's event and a little look at what's in store for us for Chinese New Year. Make sure you're saving gems. Make sure you're saving gold. Don't go spending everything this event, because I'm telling you guys, you're going to need it for Chinese New Year. I'm very excited for the new light hero. Let me know whether you're looking forward to Chinese New Year in the comments section down below, and what you're most excited for as well. Guys, as always, have a great week and happy idling.